So, this is the Draconian Magick lecture, part 4 by Lord Aesza. Me, your noble lecturer today. So, we're looking at the dragon and the dark gods. So, to start out this lecture, we're going to start with Tiamat, the mother of all, the mother of dragons, the mother of gods, and the mother of monsters. Tiamat was known to the ancient Mesopotamians as the power of the cosmos. Now, in the Enuma Elish, Tiamat was the one who, with Apsu, was sleeping in a primordial soup, essentially, or an ocean or a storm of, pre-cosmic consciousness. And, from her mind and from their mind, all of the gods were birthed. So in this, all things are made from her. All things are of her. It is said that the earth is her body, and that the planets and the stars and the cosmos is her body, and there's different forces at work. Marduk needed her power as well as Enki in order to create mankind. The Enuma Elish, Marduk created mankind out of her blood, essentially, or the consciousness in mankind came from her blood. So she's the bestower of consciousness and the the source, essentially. She's touted as wisdom and is the god of Solomon the apostate. That is based on my own research into Solomon the apostate, as he was always claiming that this wisdom was this female wisdom that he sought after. And when he eventually said that there is no God, or that he has no God, or that there is no God, there is no Father God, I believe that he was talking about the Dark Mother, Tiamat. She manifests her power through her children, the dark gods. She's the dreamer who created all gods out of her dreams and the power of chaos and black magic. She's the power of chaos and black magic. Tiamat's will. Tiamat desires to see everything in existence reach its fullest potential, and willfully, consciously created the dark gods for such purpose. She's the pearl of wisdom from Ein Sof, which survived the crash of the tree of life caused by the demiurge. Now, out of Ein Sof came all of the cosmos, and the cosmos, this is on the tree of the Kabbalah and the Klippoth. The cosmos was formed, or this universe was formed by the demiurge in order to sustain the demiurge's will for slavery. However, since Ein Sof split off into two directions, one for the source consciousness, and one for the demiurge consciousness, we had a split. So the tree of knowledge became, in the abyss, the tree of knowledge became the resistance to the demiurge's creation. So this force has been freeing the consciousness of mankind since the beginning of time. Tiamat is generally related to darkness, chaos, death, the void, and she is the dragon. So she is the dragon, this force. Her will is in all things in existence. The will to power, which desires things to reach their highest potential. So imagine that you have a void, right? And this is a zero. Say this is a zero. Notice how that resembles a dragon egg. Okay, now imagine infinity being inside of that dragon egg, an infinity symbol. This is like a coiled up dragon. So this, you can see how these symbols are related to serpentine and draconian energies. And now you have these two forces this void which can contain all of eternity, all of infinity inside of itself. Now, its will is to see everything inside of itself reach its highest potential, and that is the will of the dragon. This evolves all the way to decay and entropy and beyond in this universe of limitations. So you notice how the law of entropy, which is the third law of thermodynamics, is that all energetic reactions contribute to entropy, and once energy is lost to entropy, it can't be returned to, standard matter. And the law of entropy is decay and lawless freedom. So lawless freedom is the law of Tiamat, and her powers are that of the black flame, dark magic, and the mastery of destiny and chaos magic. She is infinity and absolute knowledge. She's the eye of the void and the cosmos, which sees all and through all, and desires for you your greatest desires. The dark gods. The dark gods, like the Maskim and the gods of the tree of the Qliphoth, and really any satanic entities, are the manifestation of Tiamat, as sources will in this universe and the cosmos at large to quote unquote make the cosmos great again. Because at a certain time in the cosmos, there is a kind of peace at her will. And this is before the demiurge. This is before the demiurge had, broken down her creation into, a slavery funnel, essentially, which is what the earth ended up being in those times. She desires the lawless freedom of all of her sentient creation, which is the full expression of their soul and spirit. So she created the dark gods with this in mind. She placed Satan, Lucifer, or Kingu, or any of the other Promethean lords of evil, such as Pan, certain gods like Typhon, these lords of evil at the top of these pantheons, Ahriman, and had them head the lead of the battle against the god of limitations and illusions and slavery. So we have the Qliphoth in opposition to the demiurge's construct and an array of powerful gods at the head of this powerful tree of knowledge. So these dark gods are working together to free the consciousness of mankind and the consciousness of the cosmos from the demiurge's creation, and the limitations that are imposed by the demiurge's creation. So this, is a power of infinity and a power of absolute, infinity and, expansion to your highest potential. So, yeah. So what can we gain from the dark gods? The dark gods can teach wisdom in its purest form to the practitioner. This through invocation, evocation, meditation, and soul travel. They begin to teach the practitioner gnosis from the root of consciousness, and the powers of Tiamat are unveiled to the practitioner. Blood of the dragon is unveiled and activated in the practitioner, and the dragon force begins to grow within the practitioner, destroying the falsehood in the individual and replacing it with divine aspects and knowledge. This can be particularly jarring for most practitioners, especially those who are not aligned with the left-hand path of self-deification. The ultimate goal of the dark gods is to help you become a divine being and remove the layers of falsehood taken on by karmic bindings and the demiurge's lies. Your result is an acausal, primordial, lawless freedom and the understanding of your true will as a sorcerer and divine being, opposing demiurgic consciousness as a free-willing being. Now, this is how the dark gods teach you to become a god, essentially. They will take away, layers of useless and, dross-like, mundane consciousness and replace it with knowledge for you to utilize to construct yourself as a god. That is how the dark gods work, and that can be very, very jarring for people, because it takes away parts of them that they feel are their human aspects, and that is, very. It can be very dark. It can be very jarring mentally and spiritually to the practitioner. But the ultimate goal is to help you become a divine being. Yeah, and that's what the dark gods teach. So, in conclusion, Tiamat is the dragon, the primordial mother and of all. She's the force in your blood and bones which wills you to become great and powerful. Her will is your true will, and she has sent her dark gods, which are also a part of you, to help you uncover it totally. She opposes demiurgic consciousness because of its obedience and slavery mindset, and will help you as a practitioner and individual to become powerful and take the reins of your destiny into your own hands. She desires the lawless freedom of all her creation and has sent Satan, Lucifer, and their allies to help accomplish this in all of the cosmos, including this universe. Anyway, Ho Drakon Ho Megas. That's the lecture.